England are through to the quarter-finals of the UEFA Euro 2020, where they will play Ukraine in Rome. 2 second-half goals from Raheem Sterling and Harry Kane were enough as the Three Lions ended their 55-year wait for a knockout victory against Germany. Here's how Gareth Southgate's men defeated the Germans at Wembley.
And here is Harry Kane for England, and there's Jack Grealish, and here's Luke Shaw, and there for England is number 10 again, Raheem Sterling!
75 minutes. 75 minutes that felt like an eternity before England's Raheem Sterling finally broke the deadlock to send Wembley into raptures.
Doesn't have to take a touch, think too much about it, just use the paces on the ball.
Generations across England had waited for this moment. After all, England hadn't beaten Germany in a tournament knockout game since 1966. That is 55 years of wait right there.
And His Royal Highness Raheem Sterling. And Shaw's on the march. And here's Grealish. And there's Kane!
But England weren't done just yet.
Reach out!
Harry Kane, who has had an indifferent campaign up until this point, who looked tired and leggy throughout the game, finally rose to the occasion and scored his first goal of the Euros.
It's there to be finished for a striker, be it Sterling or Kane. It's a brilliant cross, a considered cross.
Substitute Jack Grealish sent a perfect cross for the England captain to head it past Manuel Neuer. England knew then that they had won. 41,000 English fans at the stadium, and not one of them who wasn't shouting and celebrating at the top of their voice.
So much spoken of history. It is being written before our eyes.
England legend David Beckham, singer Ed Sheeran, and even the Royals were all there witnessing England's domination.
Down to make it 1-1. With that Kane goal, it looks as if Germany's tournament is over.
They had finally broken the German jinx at Wembley. In the past 7 meetings between the two countries at Wembley, Germany had won 5 and drawn 2, but not this time.
Just in this moment.
The 2014 World Cup champions were sent packing home.
In tears, wonderful career, a great servant of his country.
However, between the two England goals, there was a moment that could have changed the face of the game.
It's Thomas Müller for Germany, and he's dragged it wide.
But veteran Thomas Müller flubbed a golden chance when he was through on goal and had only England's goalkeeper Jordan Pickford to beat.
Taken their opportunity and have Germany miss theirs.
A goal then could have brought the Germans level.
And still, Thomas Müller.
But that was that, and England romped home at the end.
England, modern England, writes their own new history.
Now that they have seen of the German challenge, England find themselves on a favourable route to reach the final.
First by Raheem.
Only time will tell if this English side has it in them to win the trophy.
A day for which a nation has thirsted.
But first, they need to win their last-hit encounter that awaits them in Rome.
That England beat Germany is in itself for now sufficient.
Sports Bureau, India Today.
Hurdles lie ahead. England can believe they can go all the way.
Over to the top national stories of the day. The showdown between Twitter and the Modi government is escalating. The social media giant has been given a 2-day ultimatum to explain why exactly it had blocked Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad's account. Twitter's trouble is only mounting by the day because remember that 4 FIRs have been registered against its top boss here in India so far.
Social media giant Twitter's troubles are mounting. First, it was read the Riot Act by the IT minister.
When they said within a week we will do it, they did not do so. If you do not follow these guidelines or the rules, then you will lose Section 79 status and other attendant penal law consequences.
And now, in a fresh flare-up, the Parliamentary Committee for Information and Technology, chaired by Congress MP Shashi Tharoor, has sought a written reply from Twitter within 2 days. This for blocking Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad's account for an hour on Friday. On the same day, Shashi Tharoor claimed his account too was blocked by Twitter earlier. For Twitter, the mounting heat is just the tip of the iceberg. So far, 4 FIRs have been filed against the American microblogging giant over a range of issues. In the national capital, the Delhi Cyber Cell has lodged FIR under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act for children pornographic content shared on its platform by users. In Ghaziabad, FIR is registered for allegedly spreading fake information. UP and Madhya Pradesh police have registered cases for showing a distorted map of India on its platform. The centre says Twitter has lost immunity that other social media firms enjoy for content posted by users, as the company failed to meet the new IT guidelines that came into effect on May 26th. The government says the new IT rules are essential to prevent the misuse of social media.
It deals not with the use of social media, it deals with the abuse and misuse of social media and give a voice to the victims of abuse. Journalists, now judges, forget politicians, small businessmen, people are being defamed, fake news going on, nudity being shown.
Cyber experts too have echoed a similar sentiment.
जो बाउंड्री है हमारी, वो बाउंड्री एक चीज़ के लिए हमारा जो है जवान जाके मरता है. हम कुछ भी जो जंग होती है फिर हम जाके मोमबत्ती लेके इंडिया गेट पहुंच जाते हैं. कोई कानून है ही नहीं, मुझे आज तक दिखा नहीं कोई कानून जो डायरेक्टली इस मुद्दे को, इस बात को टच करे.
With the microblogging site losing its intermediary status and legal shield in India last week, Twitter can legally be held liable for every post made by its millions of users. With Rahul Srivastav and Aishwarya Paliwal in Delhi and Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai, Bureau Report, India Today.
The top political headline of the day remains the infighting within the Punjab Congress. There's still suspense now over Navjot Singh Sidhu's meeting with Congress MP Rahul Gandhi. The meeting is likely to take place today, but the timing at this point is still not known. Interestingly, Sidhu arrived in Delhi last evening, but his meeting with Rahul did not take place. Rahul, however, met with Congress President Sonia Gandhi yesterday at 10 Janpath, which is months to go for the assembly elections. The Gandhis are keen to make Amrinder and Sidhu reach some sort of a truce. Sources say the leadership is upset with Sidhu for his political outbursts against Punjab Chief Minister Amrinder Singh and has told him clearly to restrain himself.
As a batsman, Navjot Singh Sidhu often stepped out of his crease to blast the bowlers.
That's the biggest of them all. This is a huge hit. That would be 6 on any ground anywhere in the world.
His political innings has been no different. The former cricketer has taken on Captain Amrinder Singh like nobody else in the past has dared to. Embarrassed by its own leaders, the Congress top brass is scrambling to broker a truce in Punjab, which is going for polls next year. The Gandhis have finally summoned Sidhu to Delhi. Sources say the leadership is upset with Sidhu for his public outbursts against Punjab Chief Minister Amrinder Singh and has told him to restrain himself. As Sidhu arrived in Delhi after an over 4-hour drive from Patiala, there was chaos and confusion within the Congress. While Sidhu had claimed he would meet Rahul and Priyanka, the Congress MP told reporters that he was not meeting Sidhu.
Sir, meeting hai kya? Sidhu ke sath meeting hai? Kal, tomorrow? Sir, tomorrow? I don't know what fuss you're making right now. Sir, tomorrow. Tomorrow, sir, tomorrow any meeting, sir. Kal hai kya?
This comes just a week after Rahul Gandhi snubbed Captain Amrinder Singh. The Congress MP did not give the Punjab Chief Minister an audience when he was in the national capital. This even as Rahul Gandhi met party leaders from Punjab to get their views on the political situation in the state. The Congress party has already formed a panel to resolve the crisis in party's Punjab unit. The panel has held many meetings with both Sidhu and Amrinder.
कमेटी ने अपनी रिपोर्ट कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट को दे दी है। जुलाई के प्रथम सप्ताह तक 8-10 तारीख तक जो है कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट का निर्णय आ जाए।
Sidhu has been at loggerheads with Amrinder Singh over a series of issues ranging from sacrilege of Guru Granth Sahib to police firing on protesters in 2016 to Captain's alleged proximity to the Akalis.
Is related to the stealing of the Guru Granth Sahib.
With just months to go for assembly elections, the Gandhis are keen to make the two reach a truce. How they do it remains a mystery. Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, in a big India Today impact in the Mumbai vaccine scam case, the Maharashtra Health Minister Rajesh Tope has confirmed that a total of 2,040 people were given saline water instead of COVID vaccines as per the investigation by the police. Now, the Maharashtra Health Minister has further assured that after antibody tests, all victims of the scam will be administered 2 doses of the vaccine. Now, the vaccine racket in Mumbai came to light after India Today reported that residents of the Hiranandani Society and several staff of Tips Music as well as Matchbox Production were victims of an elaborate vaccination scam in which they were given fake COVID-19 shots. Now, according to the preliminary probe, the gang procured vaccine bottles from other states and filled them with saline water. These were vaccine vials that they managed to get their hands on. The minister also added that the Mumbai police and BMC are investigating the case. 10 people so far have been arrested. Many FIRs filed in this regard.
इन्वेस्टिगेशन रिपोर्ट यही कह रहा है कि 2040 वैक्सीन्स ये फेक है और सलाइन दिया गया वैक्सीन के नाम पे और इसीलिए जो लोग इसमें इन्वॉल्व हैं उसकी तहकीकात करके 10 लोगों को अरेस्ट किया गया है। 10 लोगों को अरेस्ट करने के बाद ये भी पता चला है कि ये जो सीरम इंस्टीट्यूट का कोविशील्ड जो था यही वैक्सीन के बॉटल्स में ये सलाइन दिया गया था। अभी तो एंटीबॉडीज टेस्ट भी किया जाएगा इन द फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ जुलाई और उसके बाद उनको अगर ये तय हुआ कि इनको वैक्सीन देना ज़रूरी है तो 2 डोसेस वैक्सीन के दिए जाएंगे।
Now, on June 21st, the Madhya Pradesh state in fact emerged as the country topper with 16.93 lakh doses being given that day alone. Several apparent beneficiaries in the state have now come forward saying they received vaccination certificates without even getting inoculated, and that includes a 13-year-old in Bhopal.
16.93 lakh vaccine doses given in a day, the highest ever in India's anti-COVID vaccine drive. Madhya Pradesh created the record on June the 21st, the day the central government took over procurement of vaccines from the states. Madhya Pradesh's state capital Bhopal too administered 1.5 lakh jabs that day. Now, just days after that rare feat, some beneficiaries are claiming they never even got the vaccine. One of them is 13-year-old Vedanta Dagre, a resident of Tila Jamalpura in Bhopal. Vedanta could not have been given a shot for the simple reason that India is yet to begin vaccinating those under 18. His father, Rajat Dangre, was surprised when he received a hard-to-miss message on his phone on the 21st of June that his son was vaccinated with Covishield. When Rajat downloaded the vaccination certificate, he was shocked to see that a pension document was used for the registration and the app showed Vedanta's age as 56.
किस तारीख की शाम को 7:27 पे मेरे पास मैसेज आया कि मेरे बेटे को वैक्सीनेशन हो गया है, फर्स्ट डोज कोविशील्ड। सर मैं बड़ा शॉक्ड हुआ ये देख के कि अभी तो बच्चों का सर वैक्सीनेशन स्टार्ट भी नहीं हुआ है, और बच्चे का वैक्सीनेशन कैसे हो गया।
Nuzhat Salim too got a similar message on her phone around 10:56 p.m. on the 21st of June. Nuzhat alleges she's not received even a single dose of the vaccine yet.
इसलिए मुझे लग रहा है कि ये नंबर मेरा जो है वो आधार से लिंक नहीं और कहीं भी ये नहीं, लेकिन इस पे मैसेज आ रहा है बराबर कि आया ही नुज़हत सलीम के नाम से कि आपको कोविड लगवाया है। तो मुझे ये परेशानी है कि कल को अगर मैं जाती हूँ लगवाने तो कोई प्रॉब्लम आए मुझे।
The opposition in MP has already started raising questions over the state's record vaccination claim.
शिवराज जी, इस बीमारी से रिकॉर्ड बना के नहीं लड़ा जा सकता। इस बीमारी से प्रैक्टिकल रूप से सभी परिवारजनों को वैक्सीनेशन करके किया जा सकता है। कम से कम इस मौत के युद्ध में तो राजनीतिक रोटियां मत सेको, आपसे कृपा है, आपसे निवेदन है।
The vaccination rate was seen to drop dramatically the week Madhya Pradesh created the record. The state registered only 692 doses on the 20th of June and 4,842 doses the day after. The government had then claimed the state doesn't vaccinate on all days.
कोरोना का वैक्सीन सोमवार, बुधवार, गुरुवार और शनिवार को लगाते हैं। 2 दिन मंगलवार और शुक्रवार हम बच्चों का जो वैक्सीनेशन प्रोग्राम है वो डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए 2 दिन उनका वैक्सीनेशन करते हैं और रविवार को हम ऑफ रखते हैं।
Now, with some beneficiaries claiming they never even received any shots, there's a cloud over Madhya Pradesh's vaccine claims. A controversy over vaccination is the last thing India wants as it ramps up its drive to inoculate the entire eligible population by the end of the year. With Ravish Pal Singh in Bhopal, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's kick off your day on the right note. We're getting you our good news of the day story, and it's one that's sure to win your heart. The story of a woman abandoned by her family at 19. She sold lemonade to earn a living. She's now back in the same place, this time, however, as a cop. Here's her extraordinary success story.
This woman from Kerala once sold lemonade for a living. Today, the 32-year-old has got her dream job, a posting as a sub-inspector in the very area where she struggled to earn a living doing odd jobs.
എനിക്ക് ഫസ്റ്റ് പോസ്റ്റിംഗ് വർക്കല വരുന്നത്, അപ്പോൾ അത് എന്നെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് വൈകാരികമായ ഒരു മൂമെൻ്റ് ആയിരുന്നു. ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ടും കണ്ണുനീര് വീണ മണ്ണിൽ ഞാൻ വീണ്ടും പ്രൗഢിയോടുകൂടി പോലീസ് ജീപ്പിലൊക്കെ നടക്കാമെന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എനിക്കത് ഇപ്പോഴും ചില സിനിമയിലൊക്കെ കാണുന്ന പോലത്തെ ഒരു ഫീൽ എനിക്കുണ്ടായി.
This is no ordinary success story. Annie's struggles go way back. First abandoned by her parents over her choice of groom. Then a separation from her husband. She was forced to seek refuge in a small house with her grandmother.
ഡിഗ്രി ഫസ്റ്റ് ഇയർ ആയപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും മാരേജ് നടന്നു. 3rd ഇയർ ആയപ്പോൾ മകൻ ജനിച്ചു. 3rd ഇയർ ഒരു ഫൈനൽ എക്സാമിന് തൊട്ട് മുമ്പാണ് നമ്മൾ സെപ്പറേറ്റ് ആകുന്നത്.
From selling curry powder door to door to selling insurance policies, and finally opening a lemonade and ice cream stall. Annie tried her hand at everything. That is when a relative gave her a life-changing advice. Appear for the Kerala PSC exams. Annie says she studied for close to 20 hours a day for weeks. She appeared for the constable and SI tests. In 2019, Annie was selected as sub-inspector of police. Now that she has realized her father's dreams, Annie hopes to meet him one day.
അച്ഛനും ഞാനും തമ്മിൽ ഇതുവരെ ഒരു കോണ്ടാക്ട് ഇതുവരെ വന്നില്ല. നമ്മൾ തമ്മിൽ സംസാരിപ്പിക്കാനായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഇതൊന്നും ഇതുവരെ വന്നിട്ടില്ല.
Annie has one message for women in Kerala, which recently saw a spate of dowry deaths that hit national headlines. Suicide is not an answer. Stand up for yourself. Fight for yourself. With Gopi Krishnan Unithan, Bureau Report, India Today.
And that's all we have time for in this edition of First Up. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day ahead. The news and updates, remember, continue right here on India Today.